Hello.
Well, that was easy for once.
I know. Blessed Gregorian New Year.
Yes. Someone said Happy Muggle New Year to me earlier. I was like, that's so funny.
It is such a muggle New Year. Although I do love it because it means we get multiple New Years throughout the year. You know, we've got the Gregorian, the Chinese New Year, and the Witches New Year. So it gives us an opportunity to have fresh starts multiple times a year.
Yes. And with every new moon as well. And this is a new moon, so I mean, it feels extra potent.
So perfect. So perfect. I thought we would wait for a little bit and just chat until we have sort of everyone come in. But got all the things for the spell.
Oranges sliced. I do not have my oranges sliced, so maybe I'm not doing that.
No, that's totally fine. I'll show you my little setup. So this is where I'll be doing the actual spell. And then I've got all of the herbs, cinnamon, everyone. Gotta have cinnamon, bay leaves, and lots of different herbs. And of course, our collective cauldron that we're all going to be doing a big release in.
So I've got my cauldron.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just my phone's being silly on this thing.
You see my altar behind me, but I also have my bird's crystal ball there.
Beautiful. Oh, I forgot my lighter. Hang on, I'm gonna go get it. But I'm gonna light the grid. I thought we would light the grid together.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Happy New Year!
Hi, everyone.
I'm not too sure if any of my mods are on yet. If any of my mods are on, can you say, oh, Cass, I just saw you pop in. As soon as I called you, here you are.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Margie.
Hello, hello. My paper to do the burning. Oh, Cass, Ronnie has got to go.
Thank you.
Hi, Erin. Hi, Nevaeh. Oh, so good to see you all. Okay, I'm
It's like, why? Please, why do you waste your time?
No.
I,
Oh, thank you, Cass. Yeah, I think it's going to be a live that we're going to potentially have a lot of blocks. But that's okay. So nice to see you too.
Hi, Joanna. Oh, I love seeing all the familiar names popping up.
I know. Ashley, hello.
Hi, Ashley.
So do you have music playing or should I have music playing? I got music in the background, but I'm happy either way.
Your music is good. Can you even hear mine? I have binaural beats going really low, so.
Oh, well that's perfect then. I can't hear it, so maybe we can have it coming from both of us.
I can hear yours. I like your.
Well, it is behind us. So while we're waiting for everyone to come in, maybe Harmony and I can explain what we're going to do today. So today we thought we would give you a little treat, and we're going to first start with a guided meditation by Harmony to really just come back into our bodies, recenter, re-anchor, and just have a sense of reflection going into this new energy, especially with the new moon. And I know it's a Gregorian calendar and a lot of witches don't follow it, but it's still an opportunity for us to have fresh energy moving forward. Oh, really, Cass? I bet. And then once we have really re-anchored back into our bodies, we are going to cast our circle together. It's just a small circle casting. Harmony and I thought we'd keep that a little bit short. You guys know it. You can talk with us, say it with us as we say it. And then once we have cast our circle, we are going to reflect on things that are no longer serving us anymore. So really take this opportunity to release emotions and feelings and energies that are no longer serving you. I think it's very important for us to do that, because in order to bring in the things that we want into our lives, we need to make room and make way. Thank you, Cass. And then once we have reflected, we're gonna, both Harmony and I are gonna write down all the things that, or just like words. We send through words and we're gonna write them down and we're gonna burn them both in our cauldron. It's like a double whammy. I love that.
So everyone in the chat's going to send words, right? And we're going to write the words down and we're both going to burn them. So even if the watchers don't have, our sisters don't have the materials, we'll be doing it on our end in their behalf, right?
Exactly. We're going to be doing it on behalf of you, with you, if you don't have all of the tools, because we do. And as we are doing that, we're going to say our release spell incantation so that we can really embody the feeling and the emotion and the experience of releasing. And then once we've released, it's time for intention setting. I think it's really important that we have to be intentional with what we would like to bring into our life. So I think Harmony, we said we might do like a little journaling or, just reflect on things that we would like, but we've got to be in the energy. Thank you, Margie. Oh, got blocked. Oh, Abigail got blocked. I think Cass has got a full-time job, so she may do it by accident. Do you guys know Abigail?
Yes, I know Abigail.
Okay, Cass, could you unblock her, please? And then we're going to write down our intentions, and then we're going to get into some spell casting. So Harmony and I have got all of our things to do a guided spell casting. And then what did we say we're doing next, Harmony? I've got my little link here. Once we have put the spell together,
we're going to do card readings.
Yes, so we'll collectively light the spell candle on our spell casting, let it burn, and we'll do some card readings. If you guys want to have some card readings, Harmony is an amazing tarot reader. Oracle cards here, so we can do some collective card readings. And then I think this is going to take some time, so we're going to be on here for a little while. And this is just like a general guide of what we're going to be doing. And then once we've done the card reading and hopefully the chime candle has burned down, we can then close off the circle. So that's kind of just like a rough idea of what we're doing. And then when Harmony is doing the guided meditation, I thought I would take my camera over and light the grid, so that we've got the grid going as well.
Perfect.
Perfect. Hey Google, I might change the music. Play Debbie Prayer. I might take it back to that one.
Debbie Prayer by Cruz. Another in the Bold Review Show. Find on Spotify.
All right, so are we gonna wait a little bit to let a few more people hop on, or when are we gonna start, Stella?
I think we might start. I'll just start off with an acknowledgement to the ancestors of our land, and then we can get into your beautiful meditation.
Okay, sounds good.
So before we officially open our circle today and this evening, because I know that we've got people on here from the northern and the southern hemisphere, we would like to acknowledge that we are gathering together on custodial land of the oldest living civilization in the world. We pay our respects to the Turrbal peoples, they're the elders of our land, and their elders past, present and emerging. They hold sacred dreams, traditions and cultures of the Indigenous peoples of Australia. So please now just take a moment to honour and acknowledge your First Nations peoples of the land of which you're gathering with us from today.
Beautiful. Thank you, Stella.
Just going to take my phone over to the grid and then we can start the meditation. Here she is.
Oh, so beautiful.
So we invite you now, everyone, to just maybe light a candle and just come back into your body, cancel out any outside noise, distracting noise, and just take this time out for you. Harmony is going to guide us through a really beautiful meditation. So take this time for yourself.
All right, sisters. So we're going to start by placing one hand on our heart and one hand on our womb space. And I'm going to ask you to just gently close your eyes. Let yourself come to center where your hands are touching your body. Feel the earth beneath you, rising up to support you. Bring your awareness to your breath, noticing the quality of your inhale and your exhale. Are your breaths long and deep, or are they short and labored? You not even feel your breath, so just becoming aware without changing anything just yet. And allowing that quality of your breath to speak to you about your state of mind and your so we're noticing how you came into the space. And we're going to take a deep breath to just put ourselves all the way into our heart. So slowly breathing in through your nose, feeling the air move through your body. Taking the deepest inhale of the day, holding that breath at the top. And then take in another sip of air and soften your shoulders and just hold. And then allowing your lips to part on exhale. Beautiful. One more deep breath like that. Deep, deep, deep inhale. Part your lips and let go. Now letting your breath move through your body, guided by your awareness. So just bringing your awareness to certain parts of the body brings the breath there. So on your next inhale, bringing your awareness to the soles of your feet, to your legs, to your shins. And as you exhale, soften. Next inhale moves through your mind, around your brain, filling up and gathering all the energetic debris from your day. And as you exhale, see it like a balloon deflating, letting everything from your day go. Inhaling to gather all of the thoughts, all of the emotional chatter going on in your head. Fill the breath through the body. Allow it to collect. Doing this a few times on your own. Deep breath in, long, slow exhale out. Now I want you to bring all of your awareness to your sit bones again, to the soles of your feet. I want you to imagine from your roots and the soles of your feet are roots similar to the roots that grow from the bottom of the I want you to see these roots growing from the soles of your feet and your root, your sit bones, all the way deep, deep, deep into the earth. And through these roots, the earth carries your body, allowing your breath to guide you on a journey to the center of the earth through the roots. Next time you're taking an inhale, notice in your body where you feel the energy stagnant, where you're carrying emotional debris, maybe from your day, maybe from the year behind us. As much as we connect with our ancient ancestors and the wheel of the year, we also connect with our world coming to the end of the year. So just bringing your awareness in your body to anywhere that feelings or emotions from the year that were unresolved may have got trapped. So allowing the stories that you're not just want to bring up right now, just be a guide. Don't attach to them. They're just guiding you to what is stuck in your body. So think of those moments throughout the year that were hard, the moments that were challenging. There were times you thought you weren't going to get through the day, through the week, but you made it, you did it. What were those feelings? What were those emotions? And did any of them get trapped in your body? Something so challenging this year that it almost became who you are, and you're ready to release that because we don't want challenges. Any feelings of anger, hatred, jealousy, or competition, or resentment. Just bringing those energies to the forefront of your mind, allowing them to shift into words that we will be releasing in our ceremony. We're shifting these emotional stories and blockages that are held in our body, changing putting them into words that can be written down, to be released, and to be burned, to be offered to the fire. Remembering in this moment that you are so much more than all of the harm that could happen to you. That you are strong like a tree. That by releasing these emotional blockages and feelings, stronger and taller in this next year. You will allow the lessons and the teachings of the prior year to become the wisdom that you move through your life with in this next year on the Gregorian calendar. Taking a really deep breath into your nose. Feeling all that energy coming into your body from the Earth Mother. Feel her lighting you up. And as you exhale, settle into her embrace. So you're becoming the tree, feeling your legs, the trunk of the tree, your upper body connected to the trunk, and your arms, and above are the branches and the leaves. There are potential leaves that are about to fall all over this tree. I want you to notice the auric colors of the potential leaves that are growing on your tree. So much just waiting to come into your life next year. It's all dependent upon how much you can release and let go of what your mind and body have been holding on to. Keeping that vision of color blossoming around your tree. And a deep breath in as you gather all those thoughts and feelings and emotions that you're ready to let go of. And exhaling them out of your mouth audibly. Feeling yourself a little more rooted, a little more grounded, and a lot more centered than you were first one. We're creating this sacred space between all of us who are here live. It is so strong and so protected. Have the energy of co-creation, being fully protected and divinely guided, no matter who may hop in and out of this live. The only one that is meant to join us to do this work will find their way here. Taking one final breath, deep long, slow exhale as you blink your eyes back into the space, noticing the beautiful grid that is before you. The light, the star, fire, feeling grid that is before you. Anchor like an imprint into your heart space now. This grid is becoming part of us as we all gaze at the same image together. And focusing upon our heart, spirit, from across mountains and oceans, rivers and cities. of you to bring your hands to your heart. And we're going to do a clearing around our body. It's really important to do forward. So we're going to clear our auric body by bringing our hands to our hearts from our hearts, rose our hands in our bodies now. Our hands carry the potent energy of our soul and our spirit. So we're going to take a deep inhale, pressing our hands all the way up over our head. And you're going to flip your palms out, and as you exhale, you're going to sweep away all the energy that does not serve you around your body. Hands get all the way down, and they're hanging by your sides. I want you to make this flicking motion. You're flicking away anything that does not serve you, and then bring your hands to your heart again. Deep inhale. Flip your palms, long, slow exhale. Clearing anything that does not out of your auric field. And again, flicking and shaking that energy off. One more time, deep inhale. Flipping the palms, long, slow exhale as your hands and your arms and your heart sweep away everything that corrupted your auric field away. Hands get to the bottom, just letting them dangle, shaking them a little, releasing anything to the mother. You can transmute it, recycle it, and return it. New energy to be used. Bringing your hands to your heart. And this time we're going to bring our hands down to our womb and then sweep out and reach up, gathering all the love and light and bringing it back down into our heart with our exhale. Doing that again, bringing the hands down to the womb or the hora, reach out, sweep up, gathering love and light and directing it all the way back into your heart. And one final time. Long, slow exhale, bring it all back to you. Beautiful. Is everyone feeling a little more grounded, a little more centered? Stella, are you going to join us?
Oh, that's so good. That was beautiful. Thanks for coming.
That's good. Everyone's feeling good.
Beautiful. We might get into our circle casting now.
Yeah.
I'll do it with and then I'll take my phone back over to where we're going to be casting our spell. So, everyone really just taking in the beautiful energy that harmony has created for us. And continuing to focus on your breath, as that is the element of air, the breath of life. And as we are saying our circle casting, I would love for you all to envision an energy of any color that comes to your mind, and it is wrapping around you like a circle. I envision it in a clockwise motion as for protection. So really just envisioning it spiraling around you, creating that circle of protection as we call in our power. And I'll count harmony and I in. 3, 2, one. We call
upon the spirit of air.
we call upon
The spirit of fire. We call upon the spirit of water. We call upon the spirit of earth.
we call upon the
Upon the
spirit
spirit of ether.
we call
Upon the spirit of our ancestors.
we call upon thee
To protect us. To keep us
all harm away from us.
away from us. We call upon thee to bring our
Power back to us
as
we
we in the casting of our sacred circle.
power be bound,
Light
revealed.
be revealed, now be sealed, and so it is. Blessed be.
I'm just going to find you guys back over to this beautiful space now.
Stella, shall we have everyone start typing in the words of release?
Yes, absolutely. So just reflecting back on the year, thinking of situations, experiences. I'm actually going to bring that closer because I'm blind. And then Harmony and I are going to start writing these words down. And if we don't see the word, say it again.
Fear, self-doubt, pain, growth, fear, self-doubt, pain, grief, anger, heartbreak. Ooh, I'm getting chills. Anger, worry, resentment, hostility, fears, insecurity, self-hatred, loneliness,
Negativity.
financial, not good enough, type those words in there. Do not be jealousy. Do not be afraid or ashamed. We are all in the same boat.
Limitation.
Limitation, insecurities,
Anxiety. Self-confidence.
self-sabotage, release limitations, anxiety and fear, failure, debt, yearning, boredom, another fear, being a burden, doubt, stuck,
Unforgiving.
physical trauma,
Self-judgment.
past trauma, loneliness, mental and and depression,
Depression.
frustration, all-consuming grief,
Body dysmorphia.
past relationships, negative thinking patterns, are you guys noticing how many of us have, how many of you and us all have these same things that are getting stuck that need to be released? Sadness, work distractions.
I'm going to say what we have so far, and if we have missed one, then say the word. So fear, self-doubt, pain, anger, heartbreak, worry, resentment, hostility, insecurity, self-hatred, loneliness, negativity, financial burdens, not good enough, physical trauma, self-judgment, depression, past trauma, all-consuming grief, body dysmorphia, past relationships, negative thinking, homelessness, sadness, work distractions, jealousy, limitations, anxiety, self-confidence, self-sabotage, limitation, failure, debt, yearning, boredom, fear, burden, doubt, unforgiving, and stuck.
I've also got patriarchy, mom guilt, poverty, things and places that do not serve, the witch wound, the sister wound.
Yes.
Ooh, I just have continuous spirit bumps all over my body, weakness, cruelty, abuse. Just chills again and again, hatred, mental trauma, tiredness, emotional and physical weakness,
Trusting others.
stress and illness,
Illness.
competition with others, caring about what others think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, often we think we're alone, but we're not alone. Everyone's going through the same thing, grudges. So we're writing in the chat what we are releasing. Stella and I are going to be doing a burning of these words that are coming into the chat. So doing a powerful release spell before we do manifestation. Toxic relationships. Negative people. Childhood trauma. What about the mother wound? Self-doubt. Prosecution. Did I read that right? It's changing. See that one, Stella?
My past.
People pleasing. That's a good one.
Oh, yes. Addiction.
Addiction. So So everything we are writing here is for everyone. All these words for all of us. This is collective. Procrastination.
Self-sabotage.
Eating habits.
Not having boundaries.
Not having
Usual. Massive. Being shamed and guilted.
Damn, that's a good one.
I'm going to throw one in there. Witch wound.
Yeah, which one?
Self-esteem.
That's a big one.
Manipulation.
Manipulation. Family pain. I'm going to add generational trauma and curses.
Projection.
Becomes
Other people's projections. Religious trauma. Blockage.
blockage.
Painful memories.
Confusion. Drugs. Painful memories. Memories definitely can hold us back.
Stress. Worry. Putting self first.
Arrogance.
Arrogance.
Control.
Control.
Mental blocks from trauma and neglect. Lost glory. Voice blockage.
I know, I can feel it. My throat's like. So you've got to be clearing the throat chakra.
Unworthiness. Laziness. Abundance. Well, being broke.
Good intention setting.
Brain fog.
Self-lost.
Homelessness.
Physical healing.
Lack of motivation. We've got a lot here, you guys.
I feel like we may have got a lot to burn. So we're now finish with that. And even if we don't have the word that you said, you can still envision as we are burning it, or there may be another emotion that we are burning that will cover it.
Yeah, as long as it's typed in that chat, being defeated, it's going to get burned. That the negative things. Please don't write the things you want to manifest just yet. We're talking about pain.
And we would also like to preface that, when we bring up these emotions, it may have been suppressed or repressed for whatever reason. This won't be the very thing that heals that. You may need to dig deeper and seek therapy and have people to support you as you navigate these hard, uncomfortable emotions. What this allows is for you to acknowledge what it is that you are truly feeling so that you're able then to release it, alchemize it, and transmute it into an energy that empowers you. But you may need a little help to do that. So, therapy or speaking to a loved one and just working through that as you navigate those harder emotions. But every emotion is valid, especially these ones. The more you suppress, the more taboo emotions that are just as valid and important as happiness and joy and love and abundance and prosperity. Because if you don't acknowledge it and you suppress it and continue to repress it, it then becomes a block somewhere in your body, a different chakra, and it will then show up in other areas of your life. And you're wondering, why are things not going the way that I would like them to go? Why is my manifestation not working? It's because you are not acknowledging as you were feeling. Or it may have been a past life, or even when you were a child or growing up. So it's so important now to acknowledge that and start to work through that, but also give yourself grace. It's not an overnight thing. Some of these emotions are very big. So give yourself grace as you're navigating that, and always ask for help. Thanks.
Yeah, when we do these spells, a lot of times, as we burn these papers or do these rituals, people think that it's going to magically remove it from us, where it actually brings it up and out, and then it's going to bring the circumstances to you that will give you the opportunity to make a different choice. So it actually heals the wound. So we can bring it out here, we can move it from our body, but we can stuff it right back down there if the opportunity comes up to make a different choice and we don't make a different choice. So remember, if you aren't changing your circumstances, you're choosing it.
Yes, what you are not changing, you are choosing. And I know there are some situations that may be a bit harder, but we also have to hold ourselves accountable for what it is that we are experiencing. And know that we have an ability to make choices as well, to be the change. And ask for help if you're in a situation that may be a little bit harder to do it anyway.
Absolutely. There's so much support out there. There are healers and coaches.
Trauma therapists, psychotherapists, but finding the right one is important.
Yes, exactly. Not all therapists, not all healers are great. So find one that resonates with you.
Should we say our release incantation before we say the words and burn them, or should we say it after?
Up to you. Do you want us to read the release incantation together?
Yeah. Do you find that it goes like a backlog? Like there's you say it after me. Does it come across as us saying it at the same time, or is there a little bit of a delay?
Yeah, what are you guys hearing? When we opened the circle, was there a delay?
There was a little bit. I was trying to.
A delay, yeah, a slight delay. So should you say it, Stella, then I'll say it?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll say it before and then you say it after we release.
Okay. All right.
Really. All right. So I want you to think of the words that you and the emotions that have come up for you. And I want you to envision these experiences, these feelings, these emotions that are no longer serving you, exiting your body, your energy field, your aura. And just placing the hand on your heart and taking some big, deep breaths and really listen to the words that I'm saying. By the ancient powers and the mysteries of the universe, we sever these bonds and set free our inner light. We release, let go, and burn away all etheric cords that no longer serve our highest purpose. Any cords attached that are not aligned with our authentic selves, love, and harmony, be released and burned, never to return. May the waters cleanse, may the earth renew. By air and fire, our spirits stay true. We release this energy from its lower form. We command it to rise and transform into light, into strength, into power. What once held us down now lifts us higher. We reclaim our energy, transmuted and renewed. All our energy and power returns to us, filling us with vitality, abundance, magic, peace, and love. Spirits of the realms, we call upon thee. Witness this act. And so it is, blessed be.
So it is, blessed be. All-consuming grief, frustration, past relationships, body dysmorphia, negativity, grief, overwhelm, fear, poverty, overthinking patterns, voice blockages, fear, doubt, stuck, manipulation, unforgiveness, physical trauma, past trauma, loneliness, lack of motivation, mental disease, mental depression.
We release you. We release you. We release you.
We release you, we release you, we release you.
Eating habits, generational trauma, curses, projections, religious trauma, blockages, painful memories, confusion, stress, tension, worrying, arrogance, control, voice blockages, unworthiness, loss of self, brain fog, physical healing, lack of motivation.
We grew up in flames. We release you, we release you, we release you.
We release you. We release you. We release you.
Sadness, work distraction, doubt, regret, things and places mom guilt, poverty, patriarchy, religious trauma, witch wound, unconscious worry, brain fog, sister wound, weakness, cruelty, abuse, not having enough, not being enough, mental trauma, physical trauma, tiredness, shame, emotional and physical weakness, blockages, lost, doubt and regrets. I'm sure I got them all. Control issues, patriarchal, religious trauma. We release you, we release you, release you.
Mother wound, self-doubt, my past, addiction, self-sabotage, procrastination, eating habits, not having boundaries, being shamed and guilted, witch wound, self-esteem and manipulation. We release you, we release you, we release you.
People pleasing, addiction, procrastination, illness, negativity, grudges, past relationships, generational trauma, generational curses, negative people, illnesses, people pleasing, self-doubt, childhood trauma, heartache, homelessness. We release you, we release you, we release you. Burned down.
Debt, yearning, boredom, fear, burden, doubt, unforgiving, stuck, and toxic relationships.
We release you, we release you, we release you.
Release. Ooh.
Are you done with all of your list stuff? Okay.
I'm now just going to cover it with some black salt. Is that nice?
Let me grab my black salt.
Was there anything that we missed that you would like us to do before Harmony reads the release spell? You're welcome, lady. Good to see you.
I'm going to put a little bit of dragon's blood on top of that for a little extra kick.
We're grateful for you.
Are we good?
I think we're good. I think we covered it all.
All right. By the ancient powers and the mysteries of the universe, We sever the bonds and set free our inner light. We release, let go, and burn away all etheric cords that no longer serve our highest purpose. Any cords that are not aligned with our authentic selves, love and harmony, be released and burned, never to return. May the waters cleanse, may the earth renew. By air and fire, our spirits stay true. We release this energy from its lower form. We command it to rise and transform into light, into strength, into power. What once was held down now lifts us higher. We reclaim our energy, transmuted and renewed. All our energy and power returns to us, filling us with vitality, abundance, magic, peace, and love. Spirits of the realms, we call upon thee. Witness this act, and so it is, blessed be.
Once everyone's join, now that we have done the release, get into spell. I'm going to change the music. 1 second. Hey Google, play Moon Sisters playlist.
Alright, here's your Spotify playlist for Moon Sisters.
So if you have your oranges, sisters,
So I'll show you my little setup. I've got just my little ritual board. Use anything really. And then I've got the different elemental symbols around. So we've got earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. And what I always love to do is when I've got a spell or ritual, I will place these stones around it. And we are now going to do our incantation to specifically call in the elements. And then once I've done that, I'm going to seal it with salt as a circle around. How many would you like to add?
sorry, what did you say?
Do you have anything that you'd like to add?
I have set up my clear quartz here. When I'm doing spell work, I often keep clear quartz nearby because it makes things move energetically faster than the speed of light. So whether you're releasing or you're calling something in, clear quartz is such a powerful stone to aid in your energetic intention. So remember when we're doing this work that intent is everything. So it's being able to feel it because your emotions actually create an energy around you that begins to move with the spell that you are casting. So desire and passion for those things that you want to manifest in your life are so important. You know, we've let go of all the old now. We've cleared that energy. And now we're shifting into this energy of calling in.
Yeah, I clear quartz. When anyone asks me what my favorite crystal is, I'm like, it's my girl clear quartz. You know, in my grids, it's majority clear quartz, selenite, amethyst, and rose quartz. Sometimes fluorite, a little bit of obsidian, but yeah, clear quartz is definitely one of the crystals that Well, it's also an amplifier, so it amplifies your intentions and your energy as well. So,
Yes.
oh, you're connected to smoking boards. Beautiful.
Trying to get your clear codes. Thank you guys for being so active in the chat. We love seeing all of your intentions coming through. So we're going to call in the elements now, correct, Stella?
Yes. I like to do this when we're focusing on a spell. And I've got my stones around here, and then I'll sort of do a little salt circle around the orange. Do you have some salt?
Do you want black salt or just white salt?
I think any. I kind of do white salt and then I sprinkle black salt over it, but it really doesn't matter.
Okay.
Again, Harmonia, I always say when you are doing spell castings, it's very important to follow your intuition as your most important guide and divination tool. So you can literally just light a candle or say an affirmation and that is your spell. Harmony and I are both very like divination tool aesthetic witches, so we love things. Is that music too loud? Should I turn it down?
I don't think so. On my end, it's good. If it's making you too cluttered, though.
No, that's okay. Yeah, Himalayan salt, perfect.
Yeah, everybody's saying it's fine. Marjorie, Nikki, April, yeah, everybody, Abigail. One person said, Ashley says good.
A little. You can't even hear it? Okay.
We're sprinkling salt around the orange, yes?
Yeah, just in like a little circle, keeping it nice and protected. So I'm now just going to say the incantation spell to call in the elements for this particular ritual. True guardians of the East, spirits of air, the energy of new beginnings, illumination, and rebirth, we call you forth to bring clarity in insight. Please be here now and hold your power in our ritual. And so it is.
So it is.
True guardians, do you want to say this will like alternate? So you say fire?
Yep. And true guardians of the South, spirits of fire, the energy of magic, manifestation, and transformation. We call you forth to ignite transformation and courage. Please be here now and hold your power in our ritual. And so it is.
So it is. True guardians of the West, spirits of water, the magnetic energy of coming home to oneself, introspection and reflection. We call you forth to wash away the old and heal our souls. Please be here now and hold your power in our ritual. And so it is.
And so it is. True guardians of the North, spirits of Earth, the energy of ancestral wisdom and rejuvenation, we call you forth to lend your strength and grounding. Please be here now and hold your power in our ritual. And so it is.
And so it is. True guardians of the ether, the element of spirit, the energy of infinite connection, divine wisdom, and universal truth. We call you forth to reveal the unseen, to illuminate the mysteries, and to guide us with your eternal light. Please be here now and hold your power in our ritual, surrounding us in sacred harmony and boundless possibility. And so it is.
And so it is.
Now I'm just going to go around Seal that energy with the salt. Just a little bit of black salt as well. Got a little bit of garden sage that I'm going to place around as well. So I use garden sage instead of white sage, as we know that it is a sacred and close practice to Native American culture. So it's very important that when you are doing your spell castings, your divination, your craft, that you do your research, tune into your ancestral lineage, and know what is a closed practice.
And you can grow a lot of these herbs. Garden sage grows so easy in your garden.
Yes.
When you grow your herbs, so connected.
I'll move it down just a little bit so I can hear you better.
Pretty. Well, I got my bowls and everything into it.
I'm also going to place my bones here because I forage these bones. I have such a deep reverence for death as well, for shadow. So I always like to give honour to those who have walked this earth before us. And they've been foraged naturally. Alright. So let's get into just putting our beautiful orange spell together. So orange is a representation of vitality and abundance and prosperity, and that's why we love to use orange. And you can also give it back to the earth after your spell ritual, so that when you are, manifesting your desires and dreams, the earth is growing them for you. But also be mindful if you use anything like salt or wax or anything like that, depending on the wax, if it's beeswax, it's okay to not give that to the earth because it can be toxic. So just be mindful of that. Salt, no. But we're not putting salt on the orange today anyway, it's around it. So I always love to tell people that you can give your spell back to the earth so that it can grow origins with you. What spell candle are you using? Are you going to use green or white?
Well, I have a beeswax candle. I didn't know I was supposed to get green or white.
No, it doesn't matter. This is actually all that I had. I was like foraging around in my apothecary. I was like, what can I use today?
Well, I have blue too, and I was thinking about should I use blue, and then I just grabbed the beeswax candle, so it's just a natural color. Are you going to anoint your candle with anything?
Yes, I'm also going to carve little sigils on it. I'm going to use white. I love white because it's a universal. Well, people say it's a universal color, but for me, it's about the representation of spirit, and I've got such a deep connection to the ether that I'm going to use white. But you can use any color; it really doesn't matter. It's the intention that you put into it. Green is sort of representation of abundance, but I'm going to use white today. So I'm just going to get a little pin. But I would like for you all now to start journaling what it is that you would like your life to look like. What are the things that you would like to manifest? What are the things that you would like to bring into your life? And as you are writing, I would like you to envision as if it's already your reality, but write it down. And if you do have a candle and you're doing this spell with us, you can do sigils on your spell candle or a word going down the base of it to represent what it is that you are manifesting and bringing into your life. So the little sigils that I'm talking about, I use the Elder Futhark runes because they are part of my ancestral lineage. But again, you can either create your own.
Right. Symbols and anything that represents your manifestations, you can write on there as well. And if you want, if you didn't have a journal or any paper, feel free to type what you're manifesting into the chat and share, because that energy is being amplified as we are doing this.
Yeah. And when you are manifesting something, it's very important to know that it comes down to your belief, your self-love, and your self-worth. So you've got to do the work. I think a lot of people think that, spell casting and witchcraft, it's all, writing down what you want and it coming to you. But also there's a lot of work that goes behind it. So, and that comes down to working on self-love, working on your self-worth, and your belief around your self-worth as well. And just around life itself.
Yeah. And remembering, spirit with spell work works in a beautiful way to orchestrate the life that you had planned for yourself here. So a lot of people will say, if you can do spell work, why don't you win the lottery? Why don't you know the lottery numbers? Why don't you? That's where Stella's talking about, you have to believe that this is coming to you. Spirit isn't out to prove to you that magic is real by giving you lottery numbers. Spirit is here to empower you to know that you have everything you need to manifest the life that you want. So you have to be able to conjure the belief and the energy around that belief and that desire and that passion for what it is that you really want in this life. And that energy, then spirit will start weaving with you to make everything happen. But again, like Stella said, you have to take the action steps. You're not just going to sit on your couch and have it manifest to you.
And as we know, everything is energy, frequency, vibration. So if you are doing all of the spell castings, you're physically doing it and you're saying all the things, but you don't actually believe you're worthy of it, then that's basically just shooting yourself in the foot. You're basically doing all the things, doing all the work physically, but if you're emotionally not feeling that you're worthy of what it is that you're wanting to bring into your life, then that's going to make it a lot harder for you. So that's why doing shadow work is incredibly important when it comes to craft and manifestation and spell casting. If you're not doing the shadow work, then you're not going to get the results that you desire. And I think that comes down to living in a society where we are continually having to do all the things and be all the things and have these really big expectations of ourselves. And you're living your life based on how other people want you to live it. I want you to look in the mirror and say to yourself, am I living my life for me, or am I living my life for everyone else? Am I making the decisions every single day based on expectations other people have of me, or am I doing it because it truly makes me happy and gives me joy and gives me wholeness? I know that there is a lot of muggle things that we have to do on a day-to-day basis. At the end of the day, if you're doing things that are not aligned with who you are, and you're saying yes to things that you actually want to say no to, that's just taking little bits of your power every single time. But also, if there are things that you have to do, because I know there are things that you have to do that may not, be what it is that you want to do, protect yourself, ground yourself, re-anchor yourself, and just do it with grace.
Yes.
Alrighty, I'm going to carve my candle. I'm going to choose a few sigils. Have you carved your candle yet?
I have not carved my candle. When I carve, I have this wand I use. It's the first wand I ever bought, and it has a clear quartz on the end, and it's so pointy. I use it to carve my sigils.
Oh, that is beautiful. I'm just using a little pin.
Yeah.
well. So take this time, everyone, to think, write down, imagine what it is that you would like to bring into your life as we are doing the carving of our candle.
Type all those things you want to be manifested in the chat if you don't have an orange or a journal.
So I'm also just writing some sigils on a bay leaf that match the candle. And also a few words on a piece of paper. Because once we have anointed this candle, we're going to wrap it with our bay leaf and intention so that they can burn together.
You can write your intentions on your bay leaves as well. If you don't know of any sigils you want to write, and bay leaves are considered wishing leaves. So anything you're putting on that leaf is a wish that is going to come true.
So if you have a candle and a bay leaf and you want to have a pretty accelerated spell casting, you write it on the bay leaf and you send your wish off out into the universal energy. I like to fold the paper towards me when I'm bringing things in. We have this thing, when we do our coven gatherings, we have a little list of things that we say. It's called What Witches Say. And one of the top ones that I say a lot, because it's dark when we're doing our coven gatherings, where the fuck is my bay leaf? So it's so funny because, not a lot of people, say things. So I really invite you this year to write down things what witches say. Another thing is I'm going foraging for bones and sticks. Oh, this is a good stick. Like this, it's really funny.
Cute.
See, Debbie, it's really nothing about who's got more power. Harmony and I are two halves of one soul, and we've come together to bring our power together. And there is nothing more powerful than when witches bring their power together. There's no competition, there's no judgment, there's no hierarchy. We're coming together in unison.
Yeah, like patriarchy specifically went after women because they know women in numbers are powerful beyond measure. So powerful. So when they divided us and made us pit against each other through fear of death, they took away the threat of destroying patriarchy. But now we come together as sisters when two witches come together, like Stella and I, with no hidden agendas. We're just showing you how powerful we all have to be if we can all come together in that way.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I'm going to cut some twine to wrap. May not need it. But are you ready to anoint?
Yes. I was just writing down on my piece of paper the Salem retreat.
Yes! So Harmony and I have got it in our cauldron that we are holding a witches retreat in Salem next year. So actually, I might want this a bit too. And we're looking at August. So now I'm just going to get the bay leaf and the paper. Wait, no, actually, we're going to anoint first. Wait, there's my anointing oil. So anoint. So this particular oil is all about manifestation and transmutation, prosperity, wealth, abundance. And then I'm just going to, I love this part, where's my black soul? I always love, once I've carved and anointed the candle, I love to get the black salt and rub it over to illuminate the sigils. I can't see the sigils. Yes, the black moon. And then I'm just going to rub salt over it. You can now see the sigils. You also don't have to do that, but I love to do that.
I'm putting oil of Pele. She is a fire goddess. My friend from Hawaii sent me this oil. Connects with the element of fire, and then I'm using dragon's blood resin to anoint.
You guys just have to deal with me having dirty hands. I'm going to put some garlic sage over the candle as well, and some cinnamon. cinnamon is all about attracting and abundance and prosperity. So it is for you guys tomorrow. Going to be the first of the month. So blow cinnamon into your front door. Take it easy. Alrighty. So now I'm just going to get my bay leaf and my paper. May even be able to be able to wrap it without having to use twine. But witchcraft is messy, so get your hands ready. Have fun with it. See if I can get it into the orange. I probably should have made a hole in the orange. You're doing that now.
Yeah, I'm using my wand. My wand is my
What is your what? You finished doing some workings, it feels great. Oh. That's why we wanted to do this today with you all. So now I've got my candle wrapped with the intentions. Isn't she cute? And then I also love to put herbs all over the orange. So, so
roll up. Cheers.
Cheers. So, you don't have to do this. You can keep it very simple, but I love all the things.
I'm using chipped cinnamon, mint from my garden, rose petals.
Beautiful. I've got some calendula, which is all about happiness and joy. And I always love to tell people that herbs have their own energetic energy to them and their own spirit. So you work with the energy of that, but it's also important to charge your herbs with your intentions. So speak out aloud what it is that you would like to work with this herb. So calendula is all about joy and abundance and happiness and the divine masculine. Sprinkling it around the orange.
And a lot of these herbs will have little stories that go along with them that are really cute. I really love mint because there's a story about Minty. And she's definitely got a little spice and a little kick to her. So, you know, when you connect with these herbs and their spirits, they truly do become allies in your magic.
Exactly. I love that. I've also got some rose because love and self-love and connection to the heart.
And we are the rose as the feminine. We are embodying all of the rose, the thorns,
The divine
soft petals, the boundaries the thorns provide. And when roses are cared for, they blossom and bloom again and again. Oh, she's turning out so pretty.
And then lavender for peace, calm and tranquility. I've also got little bits of jasmine as well. I love working with jasmine.
Oh, I love jasmine too.
I'm just gonna like chockers this whole orange with all things. And bits of cinnamon. Let's put you on there as well. Ooh, I've got some marigolds. So again, when I think of these colors, I think of joy and happiness and abundance.
And jasmine brings in abundance too. A lot of people just connect jasmine with love, almost like rose, but it's actually a wealth generator. I'm gonna add a little sandalwood to mine, one of the most spiritually potent herbs.
Oh, I love that. I've got some chamomile as well. I always love to use like things like lavender and rose and chamomile in my spell casting, no matter what it is, whether it's protection, grounding, warding, whatever it is, because I love to do things with my heart. So, and I love to have it come to me peacefully. So that's why I like those herbs like lavender, chamomile, and rose, because it's always done with the heart. So
they bring a softness in. I love that.
And then garden sage. Oh, I've got some little clear quartz chips that I might whack on there as well, because we all know we love clear quartz.
Yes.
Okay, right. Yes. It's funny, we're just like looking around our altars like, what else do we have? Let's just put you on.
Yes, this is the magic though, right? This is the craft. It becomes like this bigger thing than following exact.
And the joy in my heart right now is so immense. I'm like beaming.
It's like we're together.
I know. Imagine if we were together though, like honestly.
Yes.
The magic, I mean, the fact that we can do this on the other side of the world is incredible.
So I have little pieces of rabbit fur I'm adding on here now. Because gentle mind, gentle spirit, gentle heart. So since you were mentioning gentleness.
Did you say rabbit fur?
Uh-huh.
I just got some as well. I'm going to put it on there.
Yes, rabbit fur is all about the gentleness.
Gentle. I love rabbits.
Gentle rabbit. It's important that you source if you're using these type of items, they're sourced in a kind way that people are.
100%, because your divination tools have energy too. They're conduits to your power and your magic, but also they have their own energy as well. So that's why it's so important, like Harmony said, if you are working with animals, that it's ethically sourced. All right. I'm excited. Okay. Should we light them?
You should light them.
And then once we have lit them, we're going to say, so maybe we alternate between each with the spell incantation. So I'll say one phrase and you say the next, and then we'll go like that.
Okay.
Just in case there's a bit of a delay, we don't want that to sound.
Yeah, we're just getting better for next time we do this. This is fun.
This is so much fun. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
So everyone, just thinking of the things that you have thought about, that you would like to manifest, that you'd like to bring into your life, as we ascend, and embody it. It's all about embodiment.
So if you want, while we're doing this, you can repeat to yourself, maybe bringing your hands to your heart, and as we're reading, just quietly in your mind saying, yes, thank you, I accept, I receive. Yes, thank you, I accept, I receive. so that this incantation and this spell is moving into your energetic field, becoming your spell as well as our spell. With every step, we stand tall. Embracing our power, we give our all. Doubts and fears, we release and let go, unleashing our confidence like a radiant glow.
We walk our path with strength and grace. Our happiness shines in every space. With every breath, our self-love grows, unleashing potential that the world now knows.
We are call in love, success, abundance, and magic. We are worthy, confident, strong, and bold. Shining brightly with spirits untold, by our will and with divine grace, we call upon the powers that be. Empower us now and set us free.
We embrace our confidence, happiness, and love, blessed by the stars and the goddess above. With each step we take, our spirits rise as we claim what is rightfully ours.
The world will see our light, untamed, as we confidently walk, no longer tamed or afraid. We shed the old, embrace the new, stepping fully into all that's true.
By air, fire, water, earth, and divine spirit, our rightful place we claim tonight. With our hearts open wide and our souls alight. And so it is.
And so, blessed be. Yes, comment in the chat. And so it is, blessed be, if you are here to accept these blessings. I accept, I receive, blessed be, so it is, and so it is. So it is, blessed be.
You are worthy. Every single one of us is worthy of living in peace, living in love, having joy. You're worthy. It doesn't matter how you grew up, where you grew up. You are worthy. You are love and you are magic. You are light and you are shadow. So we are going to have our moments where these self-doubts creep in, and that's okay. It is your body and your soul reminding you that we're just like nature. We have our cycles, we have our seasons. We have our autumn and winter where we need to retreat, we need to go inward. So if you are feeling depressed, that is your body needing deep rest. So doing that without guilt, and that is so important. I think we live in a society where it's always go, 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 go. And if you take a moment to rest and go inward, you feel guilty. But it's now time to reclaim your sovereignty, reclaim your power, and reclaim the life that you want to live, not what other people or how other people want you to live your life.
Now is the time.
Yeah, there will be people. The more you step into your magic and your power and your sovereignty, and the more you shine, it will illuminate other people's shadows. And if people can't be happy for you to be happy, then they're not your people. And I will say this, thank you, Cass. Time and time again, there are over 8 billion people in the world. You're not going to make everyone happy and please everyone because you're not meant to. And I tell my son this, you would rather 1 or 2 or 3 people in your life who truly see you for who you are and support you and love you and who are your cheerleaders than a room full of people who don't see you at all for who you truly are, who can't be happy for you and your successes, who can't be happy for you stepping into your power and your joy and your love. If someone is wanting something from you and knows that it's depleting you, then they're not your people. You should always walk away from any kind of energy exchange with someone who you hold close to your heart, feeling uplifted and inspired and whole, not depleted and less than and devalued. Always remember that.
And everything and everyone that you walk away from, there will be a rebirth on the other side. So often we're longing for these things in our heart, these friendships, these covens, these sisterhoods, and yet we hang on to the old toxic friendships out of familiarity. And they're actually preventing us from stepping in and claiming what the universe is offering to us. We can't hold on to the old and be open and make way for the new. So it's so important that we let go. We learn to live in every moment, so aware that there doesn't have to be a fight and a whole thing, that you can just walk away and say, I love you. But some friendships are for a reason, some are for a season, and I am open for the friendships that are here for a lifetime.
I have goosebumps everywhere. You call them spirit bumps, don't you?
Spirit bumps, yes.
I love that. I love spirit bumps. I've been getting spirit bumps this entire life. It's just, I resonate on such a deep level with everyone. I think when we hold these sacred gatherings, which both Harmony and I do in person as well, there's that common thread where we're like, oh my God, you're experiencing or have experienced the same thing that I have. And then you don't feel so alone. Just know that, yes, there are a lot of toxic people who are not facing their shit and they're projecting it onto you, but there are also a lot of people who are loved and who are strength. So remember that. Be open to it, and then you embody that frequency, and then you bring that to you as well.
Yes, you're attracting everything to you that you put out. So if you're holding all these feelings towards other women of jealousy and just hatred and all those things, you're going to continue to manifest and attract to you more of that. When you start living sovereignty, living sovereign, then you allow other people their sovereignty as well. You honor their boundaries, you honor what they want and they don't want in their life. And then you attract other people that allow you that same sacred space. I feel like there's so many of us that have only learned to be codependent, especially as women. We are people pleasers, and I'm guilty of that, worrying about hurting everyone else's feelings. And it's about honoring you and what you need first, and your people will honor that as well, because they're honoring that for themselves and with their own lives. So you should never have to give up what you are desiring for your life for somebody else.
Absolutely. And I think having healthy boundaries with your loved ones, your family members, workplace members, everyone. I think it's important to know that when people respect your boundaries, then that shows you their integrity. But if there are people who can't respect your boundaries, then that also. There's a saying that a friend of mine says, and it says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. So trust in that. Trust in your intuition. Have your boundaries, because boundaries are so important. Important in every aspect of your life. Um, and I know that Harmony and I found each other at the right time because we've done the work. We've done so much sisterhood wounding and shadow work and collective healing within ourselves and witch wound healing that we found each other where we can come into this space completely sovereign but connected and in union with each other.
And it's so worth it, you guys. It's so worth it to do the shadow work, to do the hard work, and because it is so fulfilling to have other sisters, to find Stella and be able to have such similar passions and missions in this life, and yet there's no competition, there's no hidden agendas. It it's so fulfilling to just be in that space. I just love you so much. I'm so thankful to be friends with you.
And the only hard thing about us finding each other is the distance, the physical distance.
Yes. We're completely on other sides of the world, of the other world.
But I will be coming back to the US next year for our sailing retreat. So. And before that too, I feel like there's a few trips next year.
Yes, we're hoping the coach house will get back to us, and maybe we'll put that intent into this candle as well. That would be a really beautiful space for us to hold our retreat.
Yes. I think we were going to open up. Did you want to do some card readings, or should we just open up the discussion? Like anything that people have, like questions.
Let's do some questions first, and then we'll do some card readings. Does that sound good?
Yeah, perfect. It's so funny when I was doing rituals with Harmony in the US. You guys say water, and I say water. So every time we say water together, it's I notice my accent.
I love your accent. It's almost like I can't say water. I feel like I am like so. My language is so hard. You're like water, and I'm water.
Water.
Water. I need to say water.
Yes, if anyone has any questions, please send them through to us. Yes. Sorry.
Do you see that question? What do we do with the orange after we burn it?
Yeah, so honestly, it's up to you. I like to give it back to the earth. So I will take the candle out and I will then bury it. So then my manifestations, my dreams, my goals, my desires are also growing and being nourished by the earth. If you have used salt or anything that cannot be given to the earth, you can just throw it out.
Yeah, I give most everything back to the earth. Hopefully the candle will burn completely down.
Yeah, and
So,
if it's burn completely down in one spell casting sitting, you're more than welcome to, yes, I'm going to say blow it out because I think our breath is the breath of life, and that when you use your breath, you are blowing your intentions out to the universal energy. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can snuff out the candle. You can relight your candle over the next couple of days or however big your candle is. Just say a little incantation, recite the things that you have written down out loud, and just light the candle and sit with it until it has fully burnt down.
yeah, I mostly give everything back to the earth, but I have to tell you, Stella, when I did my Yule log this year, Every night I normally snuff the candles out, and this year I did it all every night. When I was done, I blew the candles out rather than snuffed them. And I actually could feel it. Like, so I'm so thankful that you brought that up and out because I have lived by and taught by to snuff the candle out. But when you flipped it and said you're giving it your breath of life, what gives you life? As long as your intent is clear on what you're doing with that breath, are you using it to blow away? Or are you using to give it life? And yes, I used my breath the entire time and I loved it. So,
Oh, I love that so much. So my mofa, which is my grandfather, Chrissy, I love that. Chrissy said me too. He always taught me that our breath is the breath of life. And, from the moment we are born, what gives us life is our breath. It's the element of air. And then to the moment we pass. So, when we blow out birthday candles, you're blowing it out and sending your wish out. But yeah, when you see the smoke that comes after the candle, you can see that it just brings up it conjures all of your energy and your intention. And you see it dispersing out into the air. And how beautiful is it that we're able to work with the element of fire and the element of air together?
yes, I love this is the thing about being a solitary witch that I love is that we aren't just stuck to having to do it somebody else's way, and that we can be open to learning new ways, incorporating the new in with the old, seeing if it fits, if it makes sense, if it works, if it's grounded, if it's solid. Why not try it? I never want to be one of those witches that is out there pointing the finger saying you're doing it wrong, which, I've had those feelings myself in the past. I seen someone blowing cinnamon out their front door when I first came on TikTok years ago, and I was like, what the hell were they doing blowing it out their front door? But ultimately, we all have different reasons why we're doing what we're doing. As long as your intent is there and you know why you're doing what you're doing, then you're good.
Yeah, and you're doing it with love, respect, and integrity. Absolutely. I always love to put cinnamon, sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on the flame, and you can see the flame, and then it runs the cinnamon down the candle as well. It kind of like fireworks, creating fireworks with your intention. Yeah, integrity is absolutely everything. I live life through my integrity. It's like a piece of paper.
I have in this mortar and pestle, I'm always grinding. I grind my cinnamon. Ooh. I have cinnamon, basil, and dragon's blood.
Look at, oh my goodness.
Do you see my kitty here looking up there?
That's Kitty.
Yes, he's like, what are you doing?
I know all the
Hello.
you little angel. Sorry, I missed your question, Amber. Yeah, so ask questions. We're opening up this time to answer questions. Cinnamon is extremely toxic to cats. I don't think Kitty has any interest in your cinnamon, does he?
Mm-mm. No, usually cats will stay away from what is toxic to them. Lavender's toxic for cats too, but most of the time they're naturally like they won't go towards things like that. I know not all of them will stay away, but most.
Yeah. But Harmony has 5 cats, so she's very, very well aware of.
Yes, I'm definitely the crazy cat lady.
And I'm trying to convince Chris to let me get another cat, and he's like, "Well, I'll move out." He's like, "This whole house will just be cats." Thank you, Cass, for answering that question. Sorry if we missed it. night.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah, I've only got 3 cats, and I'm like, I feel like I need another one. Maybe another one.
I could never have too many cats, I don't think. Only in the morning when I'm scooping cat litter do I think, oh, this is a lot of cats.
I'm wondering, oh, I missed it. I missed that question. I'm too far away to scroll back up.
What's a good spell for the new year? The spell that we just did. Voila.
Cass, can you please send me an orange cat? Because that's what Zalia is manifesting.
Oh, kitty, send an orange cat. If you have an orange cat that is a male, just know that it's very common for them to get bladder crystals, which means that they a lot of times need major surgery. And my kitty had to have that. So a lot of orange
cat thing or an orange cat thing, did you say?
It's an orange male cat thing.
Right. Yeah, I've got female cats actually.
Make sure you have the ability to get them help financially if they need it, if you're adopting an orange male.
Cass, can you please send me one? Oh, here we go. This sliding up the intention sound. Your orange male cat has that too. So Cass has like 20 cats.
20? She should be my best friend then. Not everyone understands the cat thing, that's for sure.
So what do you recommend for someone starting in the craft? So I always like to say you need to do your research. It's very important to do your research. Learn the fundamentals of craft, so energy, frequency, vibration, protection, centering, grounding, learning about close practices, learning about your ancestral lineage, learning about the history of witches and witchcraft and witch trials, looking up the Malleus Maleficarum, written by Heinrich Kramer, is important too, because you will learn a lot about how the witch hysteria was created. Shadow work. 100% shadow work is incredibly important. And knowing that your intuition is your most potent and powerful divination tool, these are all conduits and an extension of your power and your magic. So you are the power and you are the magic. And we are different to other religions, organized religions, where we place our power outside of ourselves. You are the power. You are the magic. So never ever forget that.
Connecting to the elements too. You have to know when you're doing magic what you're weaving with, and the magic that you are weaving with as a witch is the elements.
Absolutely. And absolutely knowing that Earth is like our charger. So grounding. When you're feeling a little bit displaced or disconnected, you're disconnected from Earth, you're disconnected from self. Why the pointy hats? I love this question. So I have a belief that, and also a path in life, that I want to reclaim what has been ridiculed and demonized for centuries. And so anything attached to the witch archetype, I want to illuminate in a positive way. So the hat is a conduit to the divine, a protection tool, and a reclamation of our sovereignty and our power.
It is not a Halloween costume. The women that first wore them were called Brewsters. They wore them to be seen on the street corners of pagan Europe.
Mm-hmm.
because the pagans' husbands were killed if they did not convert. So a lot of the women were left alone. And to make ends meet, they would sell their beer that they would brew. So they would take their big cauldrons to the street corners and sell beer that they would make. So this is where we also start seeing the witch wearing a hat and using a cauldron out in public. So it's not a Halloween costume. The Wizard of Oz in Hollywood made it that. And it is empowering you to wear a hat, especially a hat that a witch designed, like Stella, and she has artisans making it. These hats are powerful, potent divination tools.
Absolutely. The moment I put my hat on, I am my most witch self. And I wear it with such deep reverence to those who walk before us, who walk beside me now, and who are going to walk after us. On the path that our ancestors paved for us, that had to be silenced, who had to hide, who had to be scared. And we are reclaiming that. And we're not allowing that witchery, the patriarchy, to silence us anymore. Yeah, exactly. It's now burning through my baby.
Oh, I should have used a chime candle. Mine's not getting down that far.
I know, that's why I was like, okay, time candle, because I know it will burn.
Yeah, I have pink chime candles. That's why I was like, I don't know that I want to use pink. So.
That's okay, you can do it over a few days, maybe.
Chime candles, yeah, will burn within usually like an hour, where a candle like this takes more like 2 hours.
Yeah, the glow, it's now starting to burn some of the other herbs as well.
Oh, love it. And it usually smells so good.
Yeah, getting all the herbs. And always when you are working with candles or fire, to have a safe burning dish beside you, like a cauldron, so that, you know, if you need to throw it in there.
Yeah. We have to learn to respect the fire. You can work with the fire, but you'll have to respect its power and be very careful.
You absolutely do. And here's me that floats around my grid dancing with candles everywhere, and people get so scared of me, and I'm like, I am one with the flame. I've never had anything that has been scary that happened. Hello, hello.
I've had to work to become one with the flame. I still have a little fear around it. I have great respect for it, not fear, I guess is what I say. I actually have a lot of passive memory of fire, not being burned at the stake like a lot of witches do, but of my house being burned down. So
Oh.
very mindful of that in this life.
She's potent today.
She's beautiful.
You can even do fire scrying with your candles, your spell work, and see what comes through. Hello, hello. Can that flow? Can they fly?
coming into a 9-year this year, which is about endings and new beginnings. 2025 is a 9-year. If you take 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. The energy of 9.
The numbers. I'm born the 29th of the 9th, 89, so 999. They're my angel numbers is 999.
Ooh. New beginnings and endings, but also healthy boundaries. And specifically, a lot of times, those with a life path number of 9 need healthy boundaries with family. That'll be coming up. We're also moving into the year of the wood snake, the element of wood in the Chinese astrological calendar. So do you have your oracle cards, Stella?
I do. And yes, you do, Cass. Oh, nice. So I've got my goddess oracle as well as my.
So wearing, well, first of all, the pentagram is the actual star. The pentacle is the star with the circle around it. So the 5-pointed star here is a pentagram. When you see a pentagram with a circle around it, it's a pentacle. So the points of the star represent earth, air, fire, and water. And the circle around it is the circle of protection, the circle of light, the circle of empowerment, that through the pentagram, through the elements, we find ourselves to be whole.
And I have to say that the symbol of the pentagram and the pentacle have been around for a very, very, very long time. It predates organized religion. Purchase a hat, yeah, they're all online on my apothecary actually. And Harmony, did you see that the brown had arrived?
Oh, I didn't. I want to see you in the brown.
Stock of the teal. So, yes, so beautiful. I have to show you.
So the card that just flipped over while I was shuffling was the heart chakra card. So the first card to come out is the heart chakra. And that's just a reminder to stay in your center, and that if you ever feel off balance, that it's coming back to your heart, returning to your heart, that will bring you back to center. And we often get so in our head and stressed out that we forget all it takes is a hand to the heart and a breath, and we can come back to center.
Connection back to the heart. Sorry if we missed your question. Please ask it again.
Love you, Margie. Hello to all my beautiful Coven sisters on here. I was seeing a lot of you on here earlier. All right. How about we both go 1, 2, 3, and we'll pull.
Okay. Ooh. Wait. You want to pull that with you? What did you get?
Happy family and victory.
Oh, Cass, that is for you. I feel that. I got wisdom. So a lot of the time we think that we have to search outside of ourselves, but in reality, we have had many lifetimes before this life. So we have got so much wisdom within ourselves We just need to remember it and trust in it. So the wisdom you already have within you. That's why you have moments of, why does this feel really familiar? Why is what they are doing feel familiar? Because it is. So it's the wisdom that you already have within. And also seeking new things for this coming year. You know, I think forever learning, being forever the student is so important as well. But also seeking the wisdom that you already have within.
And wisdom also is so different than knowledge. You know, knowledge we find in books. Wisdom we learn through life and lives, and we discover that we hold within.
Yeah. So this one sort of flew out just before I started shuffling again. But fruition.
That goes along with the victory card I pulled.
Yes.
Yes, things are going to be manifesting.
Yes. And in order to embody the energy of abundance, it's looking for the fruition that you already have in your life, the fruits that you have in your life, the abundance that you have in your life. And I know that people correlate abundance with like money, but also there is abundance in love, in connections, in experience in life. Focusing on that aspect of your life for abundance, to embody the energy of abundance, to then attract more of it to you.
Yes. And I feel like that goes along with, well, I pulled the victory card and the sun card and the world card. But I also pulled the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. So remembering that we are going to be called to speak our truth. We are going to be called to share our divine feminine wisdom. So to continue to clear and work on that throat chakra so that all of the light the sun has will shine down upon you and offer you that radiant blessing of its nutrients. The whole world will be offered to you. You continue to speak your truth. Do not be afraid to speak your truth.
Yeah. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. That's another thing I say to people. It may feel scary and uncomfortable because you're not used to having boundaries, using your voice, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So I also brought in release. See how she's coming out of those sort of the dark woods and she's coming into the ether. So it's about knowing that you have the ability to release constantly. If something is weighing heavy on your heart, acknowledge it and give it love, but also don't let it rule your life. You have the ability as a soul being having a human experience to release. And the new moon, every full moon is a great time to do that. Full moons illuminate and release. And the other one that came through was pleasure. I think so many of us forget to enjoy life. Forget to give ourselves pleasure in all senses. Through taste, through sound, through experience. Sometimes we have to create that pleasure for ourselves. So don't forget to give that to yourself this year. Oh, she's still going.
Is she still burning?
Just as a soul.
Oh.
But she's burnt all the herbs. She was not leaving anything. She was like, we're getting all the herbs. Oh, Margie, yours is all done.
Engage in compassion. I love that.
I love that too. I think a lot of the time when we're met with horrible people or assholes, let's just put it plainly there, some people are just assholes, but also there are a lot of people who are hurting, who are who are hiding how they truly feel, and then they project it onto others, and there is no excuse for that. But don't take things personally. So have compassion for self by having compassion for others, but also have boundaries. Don't let other people walk all over you because they're going through shit. Also, that's why boundaries are so important. You can have compassion and live through love, but also have boundaries.
And that requires you to be able to speak your truth and communicate with people.
Yeah.
You know, I used to think being mad and angry and fighting, like using my words in a fighting way, was the most empowering thing. And I found sometimes knowing when is the right time to speak and when is the right time to stay silent and to have compassion. When you have this great compassion for yourself, when you've done the shadow work in yoga, they call it karuna compassion. When you have done so much work on yourself that you've gone to hell and back and you've learned that hurt people, and the things that you felt guilt or shame for were born of pain that you experienced, you stop shaming and guilting yourself and you give yourself this immense love that you were doing whatever you had to do to get by. And so you can feel and see that in others as well. So when people are doing hateful, horrible things, you may need to create boundaries, but yet you can still have compassion for them and see where they're coming from. But it doesn't mean within that compassion, you don't protect yourself, that you don't create those healthy boundaries.
Exactly. So I just pulled that 4 came out. So there was realization, resistance, faith, and sovereignty. So I truly believe that these cards are coming through for us to have realizations of any resistance that we are having in our life. What are those resistance? What is creating you from living your most powerful life? Have faith in the universal energy and come back to your sovereignty whilst doing this.
You can always have faith in yourself.
Yes.
I'm telling you, like faith used to be such a triggering thing for me, just because religion uses that to control people. Have faith in God outside of you.
No.
Look at the card that just flipped. Remember your wings. Isn't that beautiful? Remember your wings. There's nothing outside of you that you need to be having faith in. You need to have faith in yourself. Faith in your connection to the divine, faith in your connection to this earth, faith in you and your spirit. You know you better than anyone else. And we all have wings. You know, connecting to those wings. She's got a hawk on her back. The display of wisdom and strength.
Yeah, I love that. And the moment you have true faith in self is the moment that you come home to oneself. It truly is. My ritual candle has now officially burnt down and finished.
Oh.
This recipe.
Mine's getting there.
Getting there?
Getting there. I think we'd have to stay on here another hour for it to go all the way down.
I think if you can pull like the paper up a little bit and get the paper like closer to where the candle is, it'll burn faster. So I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And what do you use in company?
I am using an energy oracle and a wild woman oracle.
Good morning. I love the Queen of Moon deck. Yes, I'm so happy you know it.
I've got a lot of herbs on there. Mine is gonna, it's gonna go up.
Close by. Yeah, exactly. When you disconnect from people, especially toxic people, you do feel lighter. Absolutely.
Energetically, they are absolutely draining your spirit. If you think about toxic people's energy and, people that don't really love you or care for you or have bad intentions for you, when you keep them around, they are literally like filling your auric field with negative energy, with lower vibrations. So that's that heaviness that you feel is the weight of other people's energy.
Mm. Yeah, it can feel very heavy, and I always love to tell people that energetic hygiene is so important. Grounding and protection is incredibly important, and embodying that energy every single day. Because for me, as a recovering people pleaser and very empathic, I would walk into a room full of people, or someone could walk into the room where I was, and I would feel anxious or angry or fearful or just very, out of body. And I was like, okay, what's actually mine and what is actually someone else? I didn't realize that, if we didn't intentionally create that protection and sovereignty for ourselves, that we would take on other people's energies, energy cords constantly attaching to us. So I was taking on so much of other people's things that I would end up getting vertigo to the point where I'd be bedbound. And I was thinking, what is going on? I thought I was very sick. But it was because I was open so much more to my energy, but also being open to other people's energy. And I was like, holy shit, the moment that I learned how to properly have energetic hygiene and protection and grounding and anchoring myself, then I haven't experienced that since. So it's very important, like, what is yours and what isn't?
It's important to do shadow work as well because the unhealed empath archetype is running rampant in spiritual communities. And the reason your actual empathy, is rooted in your clairsentience, your ability to feel, which is your senses are all feminine. And a lot of us, there was some adult when we were children that was unsafe, or, it could have been a teacher, a babysitter, a parent, a grandparent, somebody that had shifting moods. And when they felt a certain way, it meant a certain something for us. And so we as children actually learn to only pick up, especially clairsentient children, will learn to pick up the subtlest of cues from the negative person because it meant that you were going to get in trouble, or, you might get grounded, or you might get slapped or yelled at or bullied, or it could have been even another child that did this to you. And so we learn to pick up only the negative cues from the people around us. So we become these unhealthy archetypes of the empath when we haven't done the shadow work. And doing the shadow work allows us to go in and heal our inner child so that when we come out on the other side, we're actually picking up on energy other than the energy that is negative, where the unhealed empath will only pick up the chords that are triggering that wound, that the ego's like, I've got to keep you safe. I've got to keep you safe. So you continue picking up all the negative, where there's actually a gift to being an empath, to being clairsentient, when you have healthy boundaries, when you're autonomous, when you are sovereign, and you're not over giving so people will love you, and you're not just looking for the negative to get it away from you. You're realizing when you stand in your power and you've healed in that way, you naturally will exude those energetic boundaries that will not let those lower level feelings of other people get into your field.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is so freeing when you have that awareness. So freeing.
We experience so much as children. It's actually very sad, especially with how children bully one another. And, I feel like the unhealthy impact can come from being bullied as a child, not just from a caregiver or a parent. So it's so important to go back and heal that, to feel for yourself that compassion. Our child selves are so divine, so innocent, and so pure, and that remains with us our entire life.
Yeah. Yeah, I was severely bullied as I was in my early teens throughout my teen years. So just being who I was, like how I looked, what I believed in, just me. And it took a lot for me to reconnect back to that because I was bullied out of that at such an impressionable age as well. And I do feel like there are a lot of adults who never were able to find themselves again, and they're still living in that pattern. And that's why this work is so important. That's why shadow work is important. Um, to be able to recognize, like, I'm so disconnected from myself because of these reasons, but I'm not going to allow it to disconnect me from who I am either. I'm going to take that back, take my power back, take my sovereignty back. And I learned lessons from that, that it's not going to be my story anymore.
Mm.
So,
Letting go of those old stories.
yeah, it's so important to be the author of your own book and know that you write your own chapters.
Yeah, people often will see me and people make up stories when they see you about how your life was, and they think it was always easy and it was always perfect, and it wasn't for me. A lot of people will see me now and say, "Oh, you're so pretty," but I wasn't always the pretty girl when I was young. I went through a lot. I definitely sat alone at lunch more than a few times, and got picked on for certain, haircuts, and I definitely went through what I would call an ugly stage. And it, yeah, it was very hard.
Someone said me really realizing I need shadow work. Yes. Yeah, Harry Potter. See, I get a lot of shit online. I get like Gandalf, Harry Potter, like all that. And I'm like, I love that. Because Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, was first time really experiencing collectively that magic was being accepted without being demonized. So I love Harry Potter and I love Lord of the Rings because I was able to experience that in a positive, illuminated way. There is that moment I tend to repel evil. Yeah.
Yeah, I was called the bloodsucker for a while in school, in
Bless
elementary
you.
school. Yeah.
Goodness. Yeah, I mean, it stays with you, right? Like, I always got a lot of shit for my chin, my very prominent chin and my nose. So a lot of the guys and the girls sort of caught on and call me a pawn. It's like rip the head off and keep the body type thing. Yeah, like it was so bad. Like I was called a witch at school. Yeah, my chin and my nose. I now have so much love for because those are my unique features. And I'm like, it's my witch chin and my witch nose. I love them. And that's why glamour magic, speaking, like for me, glamour magic is every morning the parts of myself that have, maybe not been a part of society's, ideal beauty expectations, I will give extra love. you know, my chin, my nose, my womb that gave birth to three babies, my breast that, you know, fed three children for however many years. So, yeah, I think speaking love into the parts of yourself that you may feel a bit uncomfortable about, and give love and love them. Love the parts of yourself that you feel uncomfortable about, or make people have made you feel uncomfortable about.
Well, look at who the world loves you for the witch that you are. You know, it's on the flip side of the coin. You know, your child self was ridiculed for it, and now so many people love you for that.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's a lot of work. You know, I think
Well, and remembering the body parts that we tend to hate, they actually protected us from something. They did something for us, whether it was weight or, you know, those body parts, like you said, you know, your boobs sagging after you have a baby. It's difficult to accept the changing body because we have this image of perfection in our head. And
mm,
none of us are perfect. I've definitely got my fair share of sagging skin. I've gained and lost 100 pounds. And when I look back at that 100 pounds I gained in my 20s, I believe it was trying to protect me from all the trauma. And so I do try to often remember when I'm looking at that sagging skin, like, you protected me at one time. Thank you. I love you.
yes. And actually saying, I love you to yourself. I love you, I love you, I love you. And meaning it.
Did you see that go up?
It's important not to play the Hollywood witch role, it confuses the muggle. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at her.
Yeah, just saying to yourself, like, I love you. Like, there was this teacher I had, and she still does this. I love you, heart. Like, she always has everyone bring your hands to your heart, and I do that so often now.
Oh, yes.
I
Oh,
love you, heart. Thank you, heart. Like, our hearts are right out there in the world. Like, that's so often what got broke down in abusive relationships, and you know, and we need to extend that love to ourselves, and just bringing your hands there and saying, I love you, heart. Thank you, heart.
yeah. Oh,
It just like, oh, just doing that, you guys. If you're on this live, bring your hands to your heart and say it. I love you, heart. I see you. Thank you. Like, it's such a, oh, it just, yeah, one of the best feelings.
yes. We're using the orange for the representation of abundance, prosperity, and joy. And it's also a really good tool to be able to put your herbs and candles on because, look, I don't know if you saw, like the Harmony's candle is engulfed in itself, but it's contained as well. And it's a natural tool that can be given back to the earth as well.
Yeah, every herb, every plant, ally, carries an energy. And so the witches are using these tools, if you're unfamiliar, because they of its energy. So if you were using something like a lemon per se, it might be more for evil eye, like breaking, or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
hex
We
breaking.
want like all the sweetness for our manifestation spells. We want it sweet and juicy and just abundant.
And the juice of the orange, this is so great because the juice of the orange actually keeps it controlled as well to some extent. So you don't have to worry so much about your house burning down.
Exactly.
I've had some pretty big flames with dressed candles where I've been like, uh-oh.
I know. I sort of a lot of my friends get or used to get the dress candles from me, and I'm always like, you've got to be careful where you have it because they are potent, you know. So they've
Oh
got
yeah.
flying off everywhere. So you gotta
Yeah.
be safe.
One of the first spells I did when I was in high school, we actually set my friend's dresser on fire and the fire alarms went off. Her mother was going to kill us, but yeah.
Yeah. We learned a lot
Fire.
about craft.
I can't believe we've almost been on here 3 hours.
What? Oh my
It's,
god.
it's 7:41 here. I told my husband I'll probably be a little after 7, but we're candles
Well,
burned out.
once your candle's burnt down, we'll close the circle. And then we should let everyone go. I do want to show the brown hat though before you go.
Oh yeah, show the brown hat. Ashley and Kelly and Margie are still here. Who's been here the whole time, you guys? Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. I asked my question. She was like, "I'm so sorry because we're far away from the phone. You're gonna have to ask it again." Good night, Margie.
Good night, Margie.
See you. Almost
Sister.
home. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's New Year's Eve Gregorian calendar time. You're over where you are, and then it's New Year's Day here. I know, Ashley. I wish we did too.
Yeah, here in the northern hemisphere, it's late. It's morning.
I love that you're wearing your witch hat.
Oh, lucky ladybug, thank you for being here.
And Becca.
Hi, Nikki.
Ooh, what? I have a cat. What can I use other than cinnamon? So do you use anything other than cinnamon harmony for prosperity, abundance, and attraction?
Do you think your cat's gonna get into it? You can use jasmine for prosperity and abundance. You can make green salt, or I wouldn't do salt, green sugar. Put some green food coloring and sugar and make a money sugar. You can use basil. Basil is good for abundance. Dragon's blood. There's a lot of herbs you can use other than cinnamon. But I have 5 cats. As long as you're sitting with your candle while it completely burns down, you should have no problems.
Yeah. I've got 3 cats and they're not interested in any of my herbs. Oh, because you don't want to blow the cinnamon through the front door? Got you.
Oh. I guess I blow my cinnamon through the front door a lot. It's never harmed my cats, but I also use a blend of lavender and lemon, and everybody says lavender's bad for cats, and my cats have been fine. So,
But I feel like if you're using like a little pinch of cinnamon, you're blowing it, it disperses into the air as well. I've never had an issue either. But if you're worried about it, then don't do it.
yeah, we don't want to hurt your kitties.
Nick, you were so excited for the Salem retreat as well.
Yes, part of our manifestations.
You can even use your words. If you don't want to use herbs for your animals' sakes, then just say affirmations through your front door. Go to every single room, do a clearing and cleansing within yourself and within your physical space. You can do that with sound, singing, dancing, bells, sound bowls. And then once you clear and cleanse your space, go into every single room and speak the intentions that you want. Like in the kitchen, it's about nourishment and, health and, gathering. And then in your living room, you want it to be all about the heart and connection. Go in the bedroom, it's all about self-love and just go to every single bathroom, I was gonna say bathroom, but every single room in the house and just speak your intentions into your home. Your home is a sentient being. So say hi to your home, say bye to your home, tell your home what's happening for the day. I do, and I have received such beautiful energy from this space. I have people that come in here that say this space feels like a home for their soul because I do so much energy work in here as well.
Yes, same. People pull in my driveway and say they can feel my house as soon as they pull in the driveway.
Could you lightly dust along the top skirting of your door where the cats can't reach? I mean, if you're worried about it in general, I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Just for whatever reason, just to keep your mind at peace and just use other things.
Because if you're feeling fear, the cinnamon's not going to work for you anyway, or even lavender, which is supposed to be toxic for cats. If you're feeling fear around it, even if it's the tiniest bit you're using, you're changing your magic.
Yeah. Yeah. Just put your cat in the bubble. My cats are like, they rule the roost. They would never go into it.
My cats are very interested in magic, but they do seem to naturally stay away from things that are toxic for them. But I was trying to save my cat's tail once from catching on fire, and I set my own hair on fire. So,
Yeah, so I blow cinnamon into my front door, and then I use salt to seal. So I put salt along the front of my doorway, on windowsills, but there is a lot of times that I forget as well. So, but yeah.
I keep selenite under my front doormat, and I actually draw a pentacle under my doormat with the piece of selenite. I use it like chalk,
Yes,
and that
I use that. I
constantly,
use that like chalk. It's perfect.
yes, cats with my mom.
Yeah.
I uh,
Yeah, I think it just comes down to what you feel comfortable and what you don't feel comfortable with. Because you don't want to be doing something having the sense of worry or the sense of anything going wrong while you're doing it, because, yeah, that kind of defeats the purpose. So only do things
well,
that you feel wholeheartedly comfortable in doing.
fear is the
Actually,
key for your magic. I feel like so that fear of hurting your fur baby. Yeah.
yeah,
There's lots of other ways other than herbs.
yeah,
Clear quartz that
yeah,
amplify your intentions.
yeah. Yeah, and I've got like, look, I love doing bells. Like,
Oh, I have those too.
yeah, that's a really good space cleanser. We got crystal sound bowls. This is actually a sound bowl that my morpher had, and after he passed, I got it. I don't know if you can actually even hear it, but so yeah, this was my morpher's sound bowl. It's like a full body. We're burning an orange light too. Beautiful. Do bells protect you from the living as well? Look. Just jingle them in the face. But yeah, I do a lot of dancing when I'm needing to do release, or if I'm wanting to conjure energy, and transmute energy as well. Music and dance for me is a big part of my practice. Oh, look at her go. My fire split into 5 tonight. Any ideas why? Tune into your intuition. What is it telling you? What question did you ask? What intention did you set?
Yeah, it's very important to not always seek to get what everybody else feels, but to trust your own inner guidance. You have that own inner compass inside you that's trying to speak to you specifically. You just have to trust.
Yeah, and always don't go to like the nefarious side of things. I'm always very like practical. If someone says my spell candle went out throughout the ritual, and I said, was there a breeze? Did you blow it out with your breath, or did you walk past it? Like you've got to think practical before you think anything nefarious in any kind of way. A lot of people go straight to psychic attack or curses or something like that. And I'm like, hang on a minute, don't give that power. You're going to create that for yourself. So think practical as well.
And think about numerology. You have to critical thinking as you're doing your spell work. So it's split into 5. What does the number 5 energetically speak to?
Yes.
You know, it speaks to change. So what was your intention that's going to require change in your reality is where I would go for myself. So when you're trying to divine what your magic is speaking to you, you have to use your ability to like critically think and use those other magical tools like numerology and color and, you know, things like that.
Mm-hmm. That's just the earth blowing it out and saying I got it from here. Yeah, exactly. Look at it go. If anyone has any other questions, please send them through. I'm actually just drinking water. I'm drinking water.
No, say it the way you say it. It's
water.
Water. Can I have some water?
Water.
Have water, please. I love the way your accent says water.
Oh, the new moon song came on.
How do you get your life path number? So your life path number is adding together. So my life path number is 3. What is your life path number, Stella?
11.
11. So you're a 2. Partnership. So you add your birth month, your birth day, and your birth year. And then if it comes out to a 2-digit number, then you add the 2-digit number until you get to a single digit. 11 is a master number though, so.
Yeah, so my favorite numbers, 9, 11, and 18 are my favorite numbers. You guys like my accent? Nevaeh, it sounded weird, but I just didn't say it the right way.
Yeah, it does sound like completely weird when you try to say it like I say it.
Really? I think I sound American when I say it. Does it not sound American?
Say water.
How? Like, how should I say it?
How I say it.
Water?
Yeah, it just doesn't sound right. Now say it the way you say it.
Water.
Yeah, it sounds so much prettier. You guys, we were driving around Salem, just all of us and our husbands, like saying water, water, water.
Water.
Water. Water. I want to have an accent. Your accent is so pretty.
You do have an accent. We're going to have this debate every single time. Like, you have the accent. I don't have the accent. I always wondered, do I actually sound Australian? That's a thing. I like the Aussie accent.
I can't believe we've stayed here long enough for that candle to burn down. It's like, I don't know. Hear it.
Nevaeh says, I feel like Harmony doesn't have an accent.
I don't have an accent. Stella has the accent, but Stella thinks I have the accent.
You do.
An American accent would be like a hit. I think, I don't know another word for it, but like, I feel like American accents aren't very pretty.
They are. It's what we sound, it's what you guys sound like in movies. So it sounds like I'm talking to someone in the movies.
I guess it's all perception, right? I feel like you have the most beautiful accent, and people that live in England have such a beautiful accent too.
When you watch movies by American actors, do they sound like they have an accent or no?
They just sound like normal to me. Do you feel like you have an accent, or do you feel like you sound normal?
I feel like I sound normal until I'm talking with you guys and I'll say something like herbs or water or something. Like the more I say it in America, I was like, oh wow, I can actually hear it in me now. But yeah.
And we were trying, like when we were trying to cast the circle together in the middle of Salem, every time you'd say water, I felt like I would lose my words. I was like, water? All of a sudden I came home saying a few things. Jason will now and then be like, are you Stella now? Like I started to adopt your accent or something.
Well, we are two halves of one soul, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Nikki says me too. I know. Whenever someone else is from a different country with accents, but it's just funny to talk about.
But when you say water, the way I say water, it almost sounds like robotic or something. I'm like, it doesn't even sound like you.
Water, water, water. I'm just gonna do some water.
After you watch 2 seasons of Outlander.
I love Outlander.
Me too.
Yeah, my dad's Scottish, so I have Scottish Celtic roots as well. Well, some form of an AI water. Oh, Tara, hi.
Tara on here. Hi, Tara.
I got 5 for your life path. You got 5.
A lot of change. You're here to be a pattern breaker. I love you, Tara. Life path number 1 is about sovereignty. I'm a 6 about union within self. It's awakening. It's starting to, the candle's burned down. It's just burning the herbs now, but some of the candle wax dripped here, so.
Blessed be Tara. Tara's asking, how's Mr. Kitty and the energy in your house?
Oh my goodness, Tara. Christmas Day, Kitty jumped on the couch and peed in front of us, all over, squirted pee all over my daughter, all over her Christmas presents. It was insane. I don't even know. He hasn't done it again since, but it literally came out of nowhere. I've never seen that cat do anything like that. So yeah, he was in here earlier being a little sweetheart, but when he's not a little sweetheart, he's little shit.
Willow, is that question for Harmony or for me?
What's the question?
She asked, how did you start your business? Have been a silent watcher.
Is that a question for me?
I don't know. Willow, you. I don't know. Okay, maybe say Harmony or Stella. But the grid is still burning so beautifully. I'll see if I can turn it around.
Oh, she looks gorgeous. Get your brown hat, Stella.
Oh, yes.
And we need to close our circle.
We do. Maybe we'll close the circle and then I'll go downstairs and show you guys.
Okay.
Let me just bring this. Oh, goodness me. I always like to stand in front of the grid when I do it to close off the circle.
Yeah, my candle is burned down, my bay leaf, my paper. I just have a lot of herbs on there, so it's going to continue to burn for a while, I feel like.
So should we say it together, or maybe we'll just say it together and everyone can just deal with the delay? Sorry,
Okay.
I'll try and be mindful of things like. There you go.
Thank you guys for being here this evening with us, for staying here with us for 3 hours, all of you who've been here all night.
Thank you for releasing what no longer serves you, for holding space for yourself and for us, and casting this spell with us. It was so incredibly potent. So thank you for allowing us to do that with you.
Thank you for being here, April, Dr. Tina, Mel. You ready?
Yes. You ready?
Ready.
2, 1. By the power of
The 5 elements, we close this sacred circle. We give our gratitude to
air, fire, water, earth, and divine spirit for their presence and energy with us.
As above, so below, as within, so without. We release this circle without a doubt. May its protection and blessings remain
until we meet
again.
Space.
Blessed.
Blessed be. I'm just going to go around the bell. So it is. So it is. That was so much fun.
By the power of 3, so mote it be.
So mote it be. Show you this beautiful tree that my morpha made, and then the grid. All that selenite and clear quartz. I can show you the remnants of my. Sorry, I was like. So this is the beautiful. Oh, yours is still going? How many?
It is. You have so many herbs on there, you guys. It's out of control. I know all kinds of wax on this keyboard. It's like I'm bubbling the orange juice.
Yes, it will like crackle as well. It will just be the most beautiful thing to hear as well.
It's very syrupy, I think, because I put so many herbs, and with the juices, it's like. It's like
Oh my
syrup.
You want to see the tree? Hang on 1 second. I'm already downstairs in my apothecary. Wait. So here I am in my apothecary with these big pentagrams. I still haven't fully packed up from the expo. Hang on 1 second. There's the periwinkle color.
Oh,
I
I
love.
love her.
I know she's really, really beautiful. So,
I love all the colors, but I feel most comfortable in black. Do you feel most comfortable in your beige?
I'm between black and beige, and then I really do love the periwinkle, but this is the brown. It's hard to see the brown. Let's see if I can flip it around.
It is hard to see in that light.
Yeah, the light's not very. It's like a. It's almost like a button rabbit.
It almost looks like the gray one.
Yeah, it's a similar marl color, like a. It's got the texture between the two. So that's the gray and that's the brown.
Yeah, I have the gray one here.
So that's the difference between the brown and the gray.
I need to steam the gray.
Yes. So
It's
that's
got a floppy top.
yeah, if you steam it, it will be like that. I'm always like, Harmony, steam the hat.
I haven't steamed it.
I'm getting caught on Instagram. And then I also got a restock of the teal color because I thought why not. So that's the brown.
We're doing a fashion show.
Yeah.
I like the brown.
The brown is really, really beautiful. I wish you could see the true color of it, but
Wish you would have been there to see my Mabon circle when everybody wore the teal. It was so beautiful.
oh, yes. Well, these ones have actually gotten a little bit bigger than those ones.
There's my teal. Oh,
Just doing things. That's the teal.
fashion show.
With a little bit
You don't have purple anymore, do you?
I've only got the periwinkle color, which is over here. Yeah. It's hard to see this one in the light. The periwinkle.
I really like the periwinkle one.
It's really beautiful. It's like a cross between lavender and it's just stunning.
Happy New Year, everyone. The brim's different sizes. It depends on when she made them. So the newer hats, I think, have a bigger brim, and her older versions have a smaller brim.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference between like the purple and then the white, except for mine aren't steamed. So
yeah. So the hats that I have now, so Harmony's been a part of the evolution of these hats. So the hats now are bigger brims, thicker wool, all of the things than the original ones. But they're really good practical hats too. This is the black.
actually, if you have a small head, I know a lot of women like the smaller ones.
Well, I do have a small head, but I love bigger. Bigger. And then
This last retreat.
this is how big the pentagram is, Harmony.
I love it.
So actually, it's hanging from my roof. My original one that I made is hanging from
Oh, I see it. That's right. You were telling me about that.
if I can turn it around. So she hangs from my roof. There.
Jason will kill me if I make him hang it from my roof.
Honestly, it's just a hook. So it's got like a hook up there and then you hang it.
Oh.
And I love it. But I loved your idea as well. So the pentagram, sorry, is made from driftwood. I love how chunky it is. I know. So I made, I think, 8 of them and 2 of them have sold. So I'm still, making the rest of them. These haven't been adorned with herbs. The one with herbs, Harmony, is still available. I haven't put her up yet.
She's mine, right?
Yes, she's yours. She's yours.
US?
Yep. Got the perfect box for her too. But yeah, the brown, it's hard to see with this. Maybe if I take her outside. I want you guys to fully see it because you guys helped me choose this color. Maybe I'll take it outside. No, that makes it worse. Alrighty, it must be getting late for you, my sister. Jason's probably like, what are they doing?
Yeah, we're over 3 hours now. I'm just like, this candle is, I put way too many herbs. I just went a little cuckoo, I guess. I did. I started putting sandalwood, which takes a while to burn because it's wood. So, I created a little monster candle here, but I'm going to let it burn all the way down tonight. So.
Yeah, you've got to.
The candles, like, I think I've just got the wick and it's just burning the last bit of herbs.
What time is it here? Hang on. Oh, it's 13 minutes past 1 o'clock on New Year's Day. And we've been on live since 10 o'clock.
Yes, Australia's a whole day ahead of the US.
Yeah, so it's Wednesday here and you guys are Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday night at 8:13 where I am.
Yeah, and it's Wednesday at 1 after lunch now. We're in the future.
You're in the future. Well, I love you, my sister. My candle looks like it is just about to go out now. It's getting low. So thank you for doing this with me tonight.
It was so fun. It was so beautiful. First of many.
Yes.
And thank you. Yeah, you go.
Thank you to everyone who was on here with us. We love you.
We love you so much. And, just as much as we hold space for you, you guys are holding space for us to be able to do this as well. And thank you to our mods. Cass, you're amazing to be able to be on here, even though you've got so much going on and having to block. I don't know how many people you blocked tonight. I don't think it was too bad to what it's been like recently. Just want to say thank you for keeping it a safe space for us.
Yes, thank you for being our mods. We love you. And if there wasn't all of you, there wouldn't be us here. So thank you.
I know. Well, blessed be.
Blessed be. Oh, look at my candles like.
Oh, we can hold on. Is it raining?
It's right there.
Yeah. Oh, we're receiving rain, which is so beautiful because it's been so hot. So that is the brown to the gray. You can see that better now with the color difference, but it is that same kind of marl.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, it's really like Forest Witch cottage vibes.
Forest Witch.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about holding a Forest Witch weekend retreat this year.
The brown is pretty.
Yes, when you just said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
That's true. Because you've had like a greeny teal before at your retreat, so maybe it's time. But wow, it's absolutely pouring here.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish it would rain here.
I don't know if you guys can hear the rain. Probably can't see it, but it's like raining.
I love it. I feel like I'm there with you.
Oh, and there's the grid.
I'm just cleaning up while I'm
Yeah, just want to find mother.
I've got the tiniest little flame here.
You've got what?
The tiniest, do you see that tiny baby flame?
Yes. Bye, the grid. Good night. We hope that everyone has a nice, peaceful, calm start to the Gregorian calendar of 2025. Yes, Nikki, a friend of mine, put stars and moons on her hat. And I've got mushroom hats too.
I'm a traditional witch.
I know, same. We hope everyone who was able to be a part of the live today that you received whatever it is that you feel that you needed, and that you can now go off feeling empowered within self and not placing your power outside of yourself.
What a fun way to spend New Year's Eve.
I agree. We were in the chaos of it all. My kids are like, we want to watch fireworks. So we went to the busiest place in the entire city. And I'm thinking this is going to be interesting. We kind of left at 9:30 p.m. just to like miss some of the crowds. And we got there. We got a park right away. We got a spot on the grass right away. Thank you. And we got to watch the fireworks, and we kind of just funneled out, got in the car and left. And it was the easiest thing ever. So
Right.
yeah, the kids got to experience the fireworks. But yes, Nikki, absolutely. Thank you, Kendall. Yeah, oh my God, Cass, I was thinking this is going to be crazy, but I'm going to put it in the parking ferry and we're going to get a spot and it's all going to be safe and easy. And it was so easy, so cruisy.
Hey, the parking fairy is like one of my best friends.
Right? My mum used to say it to us when we were kids, and it's just always something that has stuck with me.
How cute. I love your mom.
Thank you, Panda Wolf, to you as well. Oh, it's raining. It's so beautiful. It's been so hot here. So it's been really beautiful to experience this rain. It's cleansing.
Yeah, we have not had rain or snow. Totally abnormal for here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm hoping at some point we get it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have quite a fire season if we don't. It's like this flame is not gonna give up.
Oh my God, Cass, that sounds amazing. I would really miss you ladies if I couldn't talk to you. No, thank you, Lee. We're here.
I love our TikTok community. Your community and my community, I feel like are almost the same thing.
I agree. It is raining. I'm just watching the little flame. And it's so important that when you are doing spell castings that it's done with intention. And Harmony and I are going to do a retreat in Salem. I can say this year. You can't yet. I can say this year. Technically, I'm in 2025 now.
That's true, you are.
So we are going to be holding a retreat this year together in Salem. We don't. Yeah, I'm not answering that.
All right. She's about done. There's like a tiny little glow at the top of there. I don't know if you can see it. It's like out, but there's a little bit of a glow.
Oh, Nikki, I agree. I just love, like, look at all my besoms just lined up.
They're so cute. I need to come to Australia and make a besom with you.
I would love that. One day.
Yes.
So August is when we're looking at having the retreat. I've got brooms too. Like, I've got so many brooms. Oh yeah, that's the color of the periwinkle color. Like, you can see it sort of there. This is really beautiful.
All right, my sister. I'm gonna call it a night.
Blessed be. I love you and thank you for a beautiful spell casting. That was so much fun.
It was so fun. 3 hours went by so fast.
So fast. I hope everyone learned something and they just feel empowered within themselves. That's, all we want for you.
Good night, Ashley. Good night, Blood Moon Witch, Nikki.
Good night. Good night, Ashley.
Good night, Stella. Love you.
I love you. Oh, that was so beautiful, Cass. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being on my lives. I mean, my lives normally go for a very long time. But but thank you everyone for being a part of that. I hope that translated well and that you feel nourished and supported. And even though we can't see you, that you feel seen. If you have any feedback, please send it through as well. You're so welcome. Oh, Cass, I'm so glad you did. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. I should probably get home to the family on New Year's Day. But if anyone has any last minute questions or you want to see anything in my apothecary while I'm down here, I know I haven't been on a live in a long time to show you. Oh, there's my husband saying yes. How long have you been on here? But yeah, look at all these incredible hats that are lined up here. That is so funny. Oh, 2 minutes. That's so funny. Look at all the brooms. I'll show you. We're up in the ritual room. Is it raining at home? I do have dark blue hats left, yes. And they're $10 cheaper than the other hats. Oh, I'll message you. But yeah, this is, oh my God, the grid is going off. This was the ritual that we did. She got all done. And the grid that we made together, honey. So Chris helped me make this grid when I wasn't feeling the best. So look how she's illuminating. Those are so cute. Thank you, Cass. So even though this live is now coming to a close, our bond remains unbroken. So thank you so much for being a part of this live. It was so beautiful, and it was such a blessing to be able to do this ritual with Harmony and with all of you. Oh, maybe Nikki. I'll ask her. But yeah, you won't see this grid again. She'll be dismantled. I had to put a curtain up because it's daytime here. But I'm sending you all so much love and so much peace and harmony and abundance and prosperity. And may you find calm in any chaos that you experience coming into this new calendar year. And just know that we're able to do these kinds of refreshes and rebirths at any time. The new moon and the full moon allows us to be able to start afresh and release the old every 2 weeks. But I'm sending you so much love. Blessed be.